What is Veterans Day? It is a day to honor veterans who served in the military. It is always on November 11th in honor of the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918. That signaled the end of World War I. Veterans Day was previously known as Armistice Day until President Eisenhower changed it to Veterans Day in 1954.
HMS is lucky enough to have veterans on our staff. Patrick Flanagan, our plant engineer, and Melissa Henderson, one of our guidance counselors. Let's find out more about our military experiences.
We're going to be interviewing about military careers today, so we're going to ask you a few questions if that's fine. First, why did you decide to go into the military?
Well, I was always really into sports. I was very athletic, and I did cross country and track and basketball and gymnastics. And I was always interested in the military, and so when recruiters came and talked to students in high school, I thought boot camp sounded like a lot of fun. So that's what kind of made me want to go in, for the excitement.
What kind of jobs and tasks did you do while serving?
I was a soldier that issued supplies to other soldiers, so it could be anything from pencils and highlighters to M16 rifles and other weapons. I also was able to teach English to Afghanistan children and adults, and I was part of a military unit called Civil Affairs, and the point of Civil Affairs was to win the hearts and minds of the people. And so the reason I taught English over there was to help Afghanistan people know that, look, American soldiers are here to help you and not harm you. And some other soldiers would work in hospitals or build bridges. And so that's what a Civil Affairs military unit was about.
Okay. How long were you in the military?
I did 8 years.
Why did you decide to leave?
Well, I did my full contract of 8 years, and I wanted to start a family and have children, and that can be hard being deployed overseas for military deployments and to have a family, so that's why I wanted to get out.
Do you have any funny stories you'd like to share?
When I was in Afghanistan, we lived in a building, and there were, you could hear mice in the ceiling, and we would have to use our M16 rifles and hit the ceiling to make the mice stop fighting. You could hear them squeaking and fighting with each other. And I was once in the bathroom, using the bathroom, and a mouse ran across my feet, and I jumped up like this, scared to death because of the mouse, and so it was fun. Of course, no one saw it, but it was really funny.
Is there anything memorable that you would like to share with HMS students or faculty for Veterans Day?
I actually still keep in touch with some Afghanistan students that I had. This was in 2002 when I was there, and some Afghanistan people have had to escape from there because of a lot going on over there, and I'm able to keep in touch through social media with some of my students. One of them lives in Switzerland, and another one lives in Virginia.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about your military time?
I think just if anyone's interested in joining the military, don't not do it because you're afraid, but if it's something you're interested in, it's a good opportunity to help serve our country, and you don't want to look back and wish that maybe you tried it, because that's something I knew. I don't want to look back and wish, I should have tried it while I had the chance, because now I know I did that, and I'm glad that I had that time to serve.
Okay, well, thank you so much for doing this.
You're welcome.
Why did you decide to go into the military?
Well, I was 18 years old, and I didn't do very well in school, so I did just enough to pass, but it was the best opportunity for me when I came out of high school, so it had more opportunity for me to go to school and do other things, and so that's why I joined.
What jobs or tasks did you do?
Oh, I did a bunch. I started out in dental, so I was in the dental corps for a while, And then as I moved up in rank, I was what they call an EPLO, which I helped manage anytime there was a natural disaster in South Carolina. I would be help with FEMA to help bring federal troops to help with the relief. And let's see, and then most of my time I just was in charge of all the soldiers in my unit, over all their training and their welfare. I had over 100 soldiers that I used to have to take care of, so yeah.
How long were you in the military, and why did you decide to leave it?
I was in 24 years, and it was just time for me to retire.
Why did you decide to leave, though?
It was just time. Like I said, I had been in there for 24 years, and I had felt like it was just time. I had reached the rank that I wanted to reach, and pretty much done anything I wanted to do in my career. So it was just time for me to move on to the next chapter. So yeah.
Do you have any funny stories from your time in the military?
Oh wow, yes, I have a lot of funny stories. So I had swam across the Panama Canal one time. Let's see. I flew in some helicopters with the doors wide open. Let's see. We had a lot of good times. We just having fun, getting to know people. We just did a lot of crazy stuff. So yeah, I did a little bit of everything. I've been all over the country, up and down. I've done the whole East Coast, all the way as far west as California. But yeah, just the favorite part of it was just taking care of young people and helping them grow and develop their careers. Yeah.
Is there anything memorable you would like to share with the HMS students in Factory of Veterans Day? For Veterans
Oh
Day?
yes. Veterans is very important to me, especially for the Vietnam vets. Those guys did not get a very good welcome when they came back home, and so it's not as celebrated as it was today, where they celebrate the soldiers a lot. So my heart really goes out to them, because like my father-in-law, he was drafted, so he had no choice but to join. And so those guys are the real guys that, when people thank me for my service, I'm really thankful for them, because they just didn't get treated very well when they came back, and they were just fighting for the country. They were just doing like everybody else to do what they were told to do. And so those guys, and like the World War II vet guys, these guys that really laid their life down on the line, those are the ones I really try to remember, especially the soldiers even now that were in Afghanistan, and that just are sacrificing everything, their families, their family times. It's just very important to remember anybody that's put on a uniform on Veterans Day, to remember not only have they put others before them, but just the self-sacrifice that they put for our country, and just so we can have the freedoms that we have today. So yeah, I just want everybody to take time out to remember that, and especially the ones that have paid the ultimate sacrifice with their lives.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about your time in the military?
My time in the military was just very educational. I met many different people. It was just a very growing experience. Like I said, I was saying earlier, the best thing that I loved about it was that I was able to take young people that you guys are growing up into, and that to give them direction in their life, to help guide them and lead them to be good leaders, to be effective contributors to this community. And so my military life was it taught me a lot. It taught me how to be a good leader. It taught me how to be a good listener. It taught me how to be a good worker. It taught me how to get along with other people that may not have the same beliefs or things that I do. And it just makes you very well rounded. It gives you a discipline. It gives you respect for others. It gives you respect for just everybody, and to honor people. And it gives you characteristics to live by, like honor, integrity, self-service, all those things that make good quality, good contributors. It well-rounded and shaped my life to help me grow into the person that I am today.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
So to this very day, we thank our veterans for all they did for us. They risked their lives for our country, and Veterans Day is a chance to recognize any and all veterans. We thank them whether deceased or living, veterans all over the world. We are grateful for all you have done for us. You fight for us, and we can't thank you enough.
Thank you, veterans, for all you did for our country.